Hello to you. My name is Pavel, and apparently I am Lego. Whatever the hell happened to me? I do not know, but whatever. Here I am. And here you are. And today is day. The day of day. And now, I will start shooting things.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Today is day of day. Today, we are going to try something new on this channel. LEGO has always encouraged us to use our imaginations and build whatever comes to mind. And we have seen some very creative builds, both original and within official themes. Everyone is familiar with acronym MOC, or My Own Creation. And so far we have reviewed one MOC, and I will continue to do so on my channel, because it is my own channel. However, today we are going to do something by request. I am going to review a Blacktron design sent to me by one of my friends. I have heard all the AFOLs talk about each other's MOCs, and that really doesn't make any sense to me. If I were to say it is my friend's MOC, it literally means my friend's my own creation. This is dumb. So, we are going to create a new LEGO acronym that you must immediately start using among the LEGO community. Now, I will review my friend's own creation, or FOC. It is important to place emphasis on the O as in Spock, because I do not want to be censored. I mean, I could have said my friend's unique creation, okay? You understand now. Anyways, today's first ever FOC review was sent to me by Andrew, aka Drive, one of our members at the Blacktron Space Force, who happens to specialize in the GM Space-born comic series. Link to his content pinned in the comments below. So now, I will review this FOC, the Blacktron Vex Wing Fighter. That is Vex, V-E-X, Vex. According to American Dictionary book, you know, the source that primarily self-important people use to sound smarter than they actually are, Vex means annoying. So, this FOC is literally an annoying fighter. I don't make the rules. FOC in universe lore. Let's dive in. Coming in at 256 pieces, not including the minifigure, this FOC is literally a dedicated single-seat FTL-capable long-range fighter. Originally commissioned as part of the Zonian Air Guard following the Duplonian invasion, and after the mysterious disappearance of their flagship Spearhead during its 15-year deep space mission. Good God, I don't have that kind of attention span. The Vex Wing Fighter is in limited use with the Blacktron Space Force, notably our Zonian allies and by the warlord Kazakh. The Vex Wing Fighter is armed with 2 forward phased energy rectification cannons, capable of making short work of Space Police defensive shielding, and God mode force fields that 6-year-olds claim for their hodgepodge builds. As far as I can tell, this is only offensive stock capability aside from harsh language and inverted maneuvering. Of course, this large wingspan makes it ideal to adapt standard Blacktron missile hardpoints. Theoretically, it could function as a long-range bomber. The large wings also contain space energy collection, fusion energy conversion, and the systems to support its extra atmospheric thrusters. This means it can go fast. Its variable wing geometry allows for optimized atmospheric flight, but where it really shines is its extra atmospheric performance. Our task force is still evaluating its potential. FOC design. Now, let's talk about the build itself. The ship features pivoting wings that can hold different preset angles, allowing for cruising and land. Speaking of landing, imagine that! This is major plus from Pavel. The landing gear is made up of 3 sets of 15540 helicopter landing ski 1x6 with pinholes connected to 30553 hinge cylinder 1x2 locking fingers and axle hole on ends with slots connected to a 40902 hinge brick 2x2 locking with fingers vertical and axle hole. Many of you true sci-fi fans should recognize the various influences. The main fuselage consists of 2 components, that separate for travel to and from LEGO events. The extended nose of the craft is elongated to house the navigational deflector array for faster than light travel, as well as the main navigational systems and sensors. It is implied an enhanced special mission package can replace the stock version seen here. This also makes it easier to upgrade the design with another block variant. The drive system is where the engines and power systems are located. The pilot's recessed position on the ship allows some rearward maintenance access. Brick-wise, this FAC is heavy. It is only a few places to grip without breaking anything. Its center of balance is on the upward maneuvering pods, so this is how I grip it, along with a slight prayer. As such, this would not be a nimble, highly maneuverable fighter. Its design is consistent with a bomber, and the justification for the wide wing surface area would support such a thing. Overall, this is a very impressive and detailed build. The detail inside the cockpit is particularly impressive and has more controls than the average official spacecraft models. If you have ever seen the inside of a real aircraft or spacecraft, there's a lot of controls, dials, and displays. A lot more than 12 buttons with 3 blinking lights, I assure you. Outboard engine nacelles creatively utilize unicorn horns at the front of the nozzles. The aforementioned variable wings give it the ability to adjust in flight and for landing. This assembles and disassembles very easily for transporting and display. My only real critique is the landing gear is a little delicate for such a heavy build. You may want to reinforce them or utilize something similar what the new Type 10355 Renegade uses landing struts that retract inside the spacecraft. If you are going to create a variant or upgrade, consider this. Nonetheless, I really like the design. Good job, Andrew. So, that is my review of my friend's own creation. What do you think? Do you want me to continue reviewing Vox? Would you like your model reviewed? If so, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I am Commander Pavel. If you have not already, please like and subscribe for more Blacktron content. Perhaps I will have more Vox to give.
Blacktron Pavel, the Builder Supreme. 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 Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Capital ships represent the power, capability, and dominance of the Blacktron fleet. These ships are a forward line of defense, possibly offense. The most critical element of Blacktron projection of power, maintaining a forward presence in the quadrant. In the early days of Blacktron colonial fleet, capital ships were mere space cargo barges armed with a few energy cannons along port and starboard. But these ships of the line were enough to show our adversaries that we mean business. Shipbuilders and engineers worked tirelessly to improve the warfighting abilities of the fleet. A source of inspiration to our troops and nightmare fuel to our enemies, they are the backbone of the fleet. So, it is my pleasure to present my own creation. The Blacktron Space Force is tested capital ship, the BTSF Ranger. But first, a brief history of the original design. The project began in late 2019 and aimed to maintain similar design characteristics of the Blacktron line. However, upscaled to a substantial degree. At the Blacktron Space Force, a consensus was reached on what constituted a capital ship, looking at precedents set by other Blacktron master builders, and practical comparisons to existing official sets. The ship must meet the following criteria to be considered a Blacktron capital ship. Number 1. It must absolutely positively be minifig scale. It must be at least 2 decks or levels tall. It must be at least 5 32 by 32 base plates in length or 160 studs. You see 7 feet and all the way through the length of the hull. So, as this is the second evolution of this design, I will be taking you through every step of the way. Let's start with the command bridge. This comes off in one section, as you can see, and I will maintain this. And here you have this very handsome looking fellow. This is my sig fig. There you have Slayer, and if you know what Slayer looks like, this is Slayer for those of you who have not been introduced. Hello boy. As you can see, the forward-looking command bridge overlooks the bow and is connected to another airlock system. To the back of the bridge, we have the hangar control room, which overlooks oncoming spacecraft, connected to the aforementioned hangar bay. Underneath the bridge, which I will remove, and also connecting to a lower level of the hangar bay, is the cargo bay. The cargo bay goes right inside the ground level where the invader or other cargo craft can come, and this is where pallets are stored. Below the cargo bay, we have the life support area, which I will show you now. This can be reached by removing the cargo bay and also the forward firing battery, which I will do now. This is where most of the crew is able to live comfortably, eat, sleep, and repeat. On front side, we have the armory for repelling of intruders. You can see automatic rifles and shotguns. You may notice a gangway ladder which allows access to the next deck. There is a secondary one right here for climbing down to the next level. Behind the cafeteria and accessible through the hallway is the main crew quarters. As you can see, there is bunk beds and lockers and also a bathroom. Below the main hangar bay you have the living arrangements for guests, and in this case, because this is a destroyer/assault ship, this is where the combat troops come to reside. As I mentioned, this section is rigid and it will have 3 levels, but it will not be able to be disassembled except for these panels on this side, which you are able to look inside to see extra detail for the engineering ship and midsection. Below the living area is the Promenade corridor, which connects to the engineering section. The sick bay has 4 bunks and also a laboratory for doctors to research. The lower deck also connects to the main fuel and purification systems of water and waste. So in a nutshell, this is the base design. 2 months of refit followed, which included a near total rebuild of everything forward of the main drive and engineering sections, so that the ship could be divided into 6 48 stud long sections. These sections are joined by black 2458 brick modified 1x2 with pins connected to black 3700 Technic bricks 1x2 with hull. The majority of the decks constructed are on the strong, albeit discontinued black 30072 brick 12x24s. This common design feature of every module allows the ship to be quickly assembled and disassembled with only a few minutes, and also is easily transported in 18-gallon tote bins with a little bubble wrap. So, now let's look at the new design. Okay, I have finished new forward section. This is going to be the new bow, and I have used similar construction to the engineering drive system. I have greeble work going all around the main part, going down towards the first level, and all around again. Connected to the new bow section is the improved hangar flight deck with 1 battery of railguns. This is an improvement of the previous design, no longer using stickers, but now using panel, and as you can see, we have made improvements to the inside of the hangar as well. Here we have Blacktron infantry with 1 invader. Important to know, 2 invaders can actually fit in this bay. Connected to the hangar section is the new midship section, which will have the life support and firing battery ammunition. Level 2 of the mid section contains the dormitory barracks for the troopers or any passengers that come, along with amenities, hallway access straight to the mess hall or galley, whatever you want to call it. The midship section 3rd level is not yet complete, so I will not show you today. You can see the garage doors. Look at that, movie magic and effects that are special. This is the mid-section's lower level, and this is where I am now using these neat little airplane windows, because this is the exact shape I want. This is access corridor and a communications hub. Level 2 of the narrow mid-section has an access corridor and ladder for the lower level, and this is also where I continue the greeble work on the side, which basically emits the shield generators for the ship. This is the midsection level 3, which has the sick bay, and as you can see, we have our doctor, and we have access ladder through the lower level, and a main corridor to the ship with more windows looking outside. And as you can see, I have added safety rails. Level 4 of the narrow midship section contains the captain's main cabin, access corridor, and connecting ladder for the lower levels. Before we go into level 5 of the narrow midship section, we have to attach main fusion drive system, which also has crew quarters and lavatory to support the main crew of the ship. This is rigid structure which is not intended to be disassembled. Level 5 and 6 basically is the command section, and I have point defense turrets on both sides, and here is the command bridge, which I will remove so you can see the detail. And as you can see, there is my sig fig in command of this ship. And finally, a slightly upgraded FTL drive system, and I still maintain the same lighting system, and this has two anti-ship rocket systems designed for rear defense, as well as 3 side each point defense turrets. These contained the faster than light drive system for the ship. So now that refit of the BSF Ranger 10 is complete, it is time to bring to a show. What do you think? You think good? This concludes my update for refit 3 of my Blacktron capital ship Muck. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and affiliate channels as well. I am Commander Pavel. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out my future updates to this and other builds and layouts for the Blacktron Space Force.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Hello to you. My name Pavel. You know who I am and I know who you are. I do. This is Cat. His name's Slayer. He is Star Cat. He is Blacktron Space Force mascot. But more importantly, he is the bringer of doom. He's the bringer of the doom to all the losers out there who do not like Cat and hurt Cat on Halloween. Because this is Halloween and you need to be good to Cat. Or Pavel will kill you in your sleep.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Strike Force moving out. Select warp transport destination.
With 6 LEGO shows in its campaign service, the Blacktron Space Force experimental capital ship, the BTSF Ranger, has turned heads following a continuous series of overhauls. Like most LEGO builders, my own creation is never 100% complete. The successful third refit, focusing on modularity, paid off, allowing considerable ease of setup and packup for shows. However, there is always room for improvement. With this update, this was my first attempt to use Modular Integrated Landscape System, also known as MILS. The purpose was to add a little to my presentation. I was inspired by many other BrickTubers channels, particularly Bevan's Bricks. Thank you. My initial use of MILS was to create an asteroid facade, including an LED-powered lava effect on 48x48 stud base plates. I decided to experiment further with miniature fog machines routed through tubes through the simulated lava front. Just enough poofs to create a heat effect, but not enough to fog up the entire room. That's for later. One of the unique features of the MILS design was the use of the T3705 Technic Axle 4L through a 3701 Technic brick 1x4 with holes, and secured with the 32064 Technic brick 1x2 with axle hole instead of classic Technic pins. The reason for this is that the pins can be difficult to line up. However, using this technique of the axle brick behind the normal Technic bricks allows for compatibility with other builders. The next step to really distinguish the capital ship was to create the effect of levitation. It also offers the ability to present the details of the ship at eye level. Is better. To achieve the levitation, I turned to the reliable part 3001 brick 2x4 in transparent clear. I had a number of used parts that were discolored, so I attempted to use the hydrogen peroxide diluted solution that had limited effect, but we'll just tuck those towards the back and hope no one notices. Fortunately, LEGO still produces new bricks in the perfect transparent clear. Thus, I was able to use these to make 15 brick tall pillars. The pillar height was determined by the brand new 2-deck midsection of the BTSF Ranger. This would be the only section in direct contact with the MILS plate for stability purposes. For now. The BTSF Ranger itself has had the following updates. I replaced all the Technic pin connections from all the modules to utilize the 32062 Technic Axle 2L notched, connected to the 32064 Technic brick 1x2 with axle hole like the MILS plates. The idea is that the MILS plates and the ship modules can line up and provide complementary support. Of course, the ship once again got much larger. The total length of the ship now extends over 338 studs, or in other words, 6.5 48x48 base plates. That is over 9 feet long. This would give the BTSF Ranger an approximate real-world equivalent comparable to a Navy destroyer of the 20th and 21st centuries. The ship also gained 2 additional levels, partly for stability to create the levitation effect, but also to create new powerful sublight thrusters. As a result, the command section is now 8 levels of fully detailed interiors. Additionally, an extended promenade was added where my very first mechanical function was featured. I would like to credit my friend Robert Angel, who created an amazing moon base with a conveyor belt that simulates the moving of LEGO space crew across a tunnel. I decided to use a similar system using chain links and a combination of Technic gears, a gearbox, and one motor to create a scene where we have a Blacktron crewman who has tried to sneak his cat on board the ship as a stowaway. The cat, however, has different plans and has escaped the barracks, and here the crew member is trying to catch the cat before it is discovered. In truth, everybody knows about the cat, but they think it's funny he is trying to poorly hide this fact from everyone. The main hangar section was also updated, with a folding landing strip that allows for ease of packing into a tote bin for transporting to and from shows. Okay, to summarize all the changes, let's go level for level from the ground up and showcase the entire build. Deck 6 begins at the bow of the ship and features primarily an access causeway which extends throughout the length of the ship. Deck 5 also begins at Section A, the bow of the ship. Deck 4, Section A remains under construction, but this bow area will likely include special weapons control and shield generator control. Deck 6, Section B features the cargo bay with access doors and runs through Section B, the lower hangar level, which I mentioned was extended to accommodate the 6954 Renegade 1 fighter, or two 6894 Invader craft. Deck 4, Section B is the upper level to the hangar bay, featuring flight control to monitor launch and recovery of smaller spacecraft, using a parallel landing and tractor technique, as well as an arms room for security. A catwalk allows connection around the upper portion of the extended hangar bay and connects to Section C, resumes the causeway extending through Section D. Deck 5 runs through Section C, the assault module, featuring extended troop barracks, lavatories, and dining facility. Section C's assault module, where we have an armored magazines for the railguns. Deck 8 begins at Module D, the command section. This is Enhanced Main Sensor and Navigational Array. Deck 7 also begins at Module D command section and is where the water storage and purification systems are located, and access to the sensor control room. Deck 5, Section D, the command section, features a continuing causeway. Section D features the sick bay infirmary. Deck 3 begins at Section D command module and features the captain's quarters. Deck 2, also within Section D command module, featuring midship port and starboard point defense guns, and access corridor leading to the airlock and stairway to the guarded command deck. Deck 1 stands at the highest point of the ship in Section D. I sit there. This is the command deck, featuring the main bridge and conference area, allowing view of the entire length of the hull. In Module E, the engineering section, we have the new large ventral sub-light engine and thruster. Module E's engineering section features the ventral sub-light engine controls, and then E, where the main engineering core resides. Deck 5, Section E features main engineering control and connects to Section E and F engineering and FTL monitoring. Section E engineering module features the dorsal sublight engine control. Section E engineering module features the dorsal sublight engine. Section F links up the lower level of the faster-than-light FTL drive and connects to Section F of the faster-than-light control. Now that I have gone over the updates, it's time for some close featurette passes. update to refit 3 of Blacktron Capital ship. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, social media, and affiliated media for all things LEGO Blacktron. I am Commander Pavel, thank you for watching, and if you have made it this far, I still can't not promise to make additional updates.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Sir, sensors are detecting an abandoned starbase.
Understood. Helm, new course heading.
Acknowledged.
Engines to full.
Unidentified vessels detected.
All power to weapons. Ship at full readiness.
We have a problem. Locked on target.
Ready torpedoes. All sections report.
Blacktron Capital ships strike fear and awe in the hearts of those who oppose us. Thus, ship designs evolved to meet the growing threats faced with undertaking space exploration and the expansion of Blacktron colonies. In time, the true champion of space naval combat power emerged in the form of today's mighty, unstoppable Blacktron Space Force. It is my pleasure to present a brief history of the original design. please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, social media, and affiliated media for all things LEGO Blacktron. I am Commander Pavel. Thank you for watching, and if you've made it this far, happy building.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Okay, I'm just gonna get one, alright? It's just one, alright? How bad could one be? It's not that expensive, it's not, well, I mean, I have to get it a friend, right? I mean, who's he gonna talk to? He's gonna get bored. And you know, what if they get sick of each other? You know, they need a third guy. And honestly, I have 3. I might as well get the whole set, you know? I mean, like, why not? I mean, just...
Blacktron Commander's Log, Stardate 2025032.9.6 or 7. The BSF Ranger has arrived at Brick Fair Fredericksburg in an act of force projection, serving as a warning to all Allied space factions. Blacktron Commander's Log, Stardate 20250630.4. The BSF Ranger has arrived at Brick Universe in Raleigh, North Carolina, in order to represent the Blacktron Space Force. So here we are. And where are you? You should be 20250802. The BSF Ranger has arrived at Brick Fair, Virginia.
Patterson, fire a warning shot. Sir, this is an M32 grenade launcher. Ah, potato. Just fire it, Patterson.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Close on target.
All stations alert. Multiple inbound ships in attack formation.
Acknowledged. Assume defensive posture.
Contact enemy ships. 4 Blacktron Type 6954s with 2 unidentified variants.
All right, boss. What's your plan?
Low rate. Continue to advance. All ships, open fire.
Evasive action. All units, close at point-blank range.
Commander, Blacktron have closed within the space police. How hot we shitting? I can't get a fire solution. Enough. Bring us in closer. No more long-range bombardment. Sir, there's some sort of mech on that asteroid. Look out!
Okay, boys, let him have it. There's no escape.
We've got them outflanked. Keep them off my deck for a few more seconds. Weapons release in 3, 2, 1, firing.
Blacktron Pavel, the Builder Supreme.
Be careful what you wish for. You may get it. And got it we did! I'm your host, Commander Pavel, and here at the LEGO Blacktron Space Force, we have been making a coordinated effort across social media to make as much noise as possible regarding Blacktron. Odds are, if you frequent social media, you've probably encountered our members dropping links, hashtags, showcasing our marks, collections, and attending shows. So now, LEGO has brought back the greatest LEGO theme with the new Blacktron Cruiser for January 23 as a gift with purchase. You're welcome, A4 community, and yes, we will absolutely take credit for this. First, Little history lesson. Stardate 1987. 3 new sets emerged, creating the very first sub-theme in LEGO, Blacktron. Blacktron is an offshoot of the late classic space, which had enjoyed a long road from the late 70s throughout the 80s. And you should remember the black spacesuit astronauts among certain classic space. These boldly going frontiersmen and their colonies had become quite autonomous and self-sufficient, having forced to fend for themselves. Eventually, the frontier colonies declared independence from the central government birth, yada yada yada, having committed some serious taxation without representation. Where have I heard that before? Thus, there was immediately conflict. To defend the frontier against Emperor Loser and the Fritoran Armada, the Blacktron Militia was formed, Blacktronizing former classic space designs and improving on older technologies. The Type 6894 Invader was among them. Now, let's dive in. The Type 40580 Blacktron Cruiser is the next generation successor to the venerable Type 6894 Invader. Although comparatively small, this versatile craft is a vast improvement from the previous Toyota Hilux of the Galaxy, coming in at 356 pieces, most of which can be found online to scratch build, as was done by Blacktron Space Force member Axel Drew Drive. By comparison, the Type 6894 Invader had 156 pieces and its modules were compatible with Blacktron first generation craft such as the Type 6954 Renegade Heavy Fighter, the Type 6921 Batrax Wheeled Reconnaissance Craft, and the Type 6876 Alienator Scout Walker. Like the Invader, these had one pilot and one robot, as well as a bunch of tools. This newer version also has a smaller container for more specialized cargo. It is like a Blacktronized Russian Matryoshka. The suggested age is 18 plus, meaning if you are under 18 and build it, that makes you that much cooler than your loser friends. For those that care, it will score you 195 VIP points on LEGO.com. So, without further delay, let's unbox this set carefully. Just kidding. Okay, for real this time. You will notice all the parts neatly organized. Each section is divided numerically to correspond to the instructions, which is like building LEGO on easy difficulty, unlike the rest of us old school expert OCD hand-eye coordinated types. You may also notice that unlike in 1987, there's no cool catalogs with the other sets listed. Any of us collected them. The instructions are kind of meh. Sorry, just my opinion. I prefer the older designs, and when I make mocks in Bricklink Studio, I create the instructions in classic style. Many people have remarked about the stickers. This is not deal breaker for me, but I do too prefer printed pieces, especially computer consoles. Now, some of you are going to raid Bricklink and substitute the newer parts for the classic parts. This does not spark joy. Speaking of which, you may have noticed the tactical displays in the new Type 10497 Galaxy Explorer from the Classic Space Icons line. If you got this as a gift with purchase, which I did not, some of you may have purchased these two sets together, in which case do us all a favor and display them together proudly at your workplace. Nostalgia is contagious, and when others get back into LEGO, we all get great things like these. So do your part. Okay, now let's speed build. utilize a different interlocking system so they cannot be crossed between the sets. The original Blacktron line all utilized a 4730 brick modified 2x2 with pin and no axle hole, connecting to a 3701 Technic brick 1x4 with holes or a similar type with varying lengths. These ensure compatibility with their modules. This new cruiser utilizes a connection system using a 30241B brick modified 1x1 with open O-clip vertical clip. This is not compatible with older designs. As the Invader modules were compatible with other Blacktron vehicles, this new craft can only connect with its own modules. That means LEGO needs to officially design several more sets so that the modules can swap out just like the predecessor line. Go all the way, LEGO! Again, currently, the new LEGO Blacktron Cruiser is currently on sale for USD $29.99 on LEGO.com as a gift with purchase, after spending $190 US as a January 2023 promotion. Some of us scored this set through different means. It is available on places such as eBay, but beware inflated prices. If you just want this set, then you'll have to pay 3 to 4 times the gift with purchase price, but you're not spending a full $190. So, you are saving a lot of money if you just want to flex your Blacktron fandom and complete your collection. By comparison, if you're on eBay, you are still spending less on the new Blacktron Cruiser than your average classic set. But do not be a loser and buy up all the sets for a shady deal with someone who knows someone who knows someone who will get it for you, only for you to turn around and sell it online for a ridiculous price. If you acquired many of these for your own personal collection and displays, by all means go for it. And if the latter is true, please join us on our Blacktron Space Force social media and showcase your creations. Army and fleet building is good. Hoarding and scalping, we are going to leave you to the Space Police dogs. As we at the LEGO Blacktron Space Force have been hard at work to get LEGO to bring back Blacktron, we are excited to get 2023 off to an excellent start. If you've never had LEGO Blacktron, but you're interested in the theme, this is a great way to kickstart your collection. Better yet, if you are a Blacktron fan growing up and have children, this is a great way to continue a legacy of childhood happiness for the next generation. For more LEGO Blacktron content, please like and subscribe to my channel and affiliate channels as well. I am Commander Pavel, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more content and videos and happy building!
Blacktron Pavel, the Builder Supreme!
Exploring the vast and perilous frontiers is a dangerous business. With no small amount of inhospitable planets and moons, Blacktron needed something inexpensive, lightweight that could traverse uneven terrain that otherwise would be prohibited to wheeled vehicles. Like everything else designed by Blacktron Industries, everything had to be multi-purpose. Not only did we have to contend with the hazardous environments, but also needed something quick, nimble, and that could pretty much go anywhere and if necessary defend itself from galactic imperialists from a certain spacefaring tyrannical corporation. You know who you are. Thus, the Blacktron Type 6876 Alienator Walker was developed. The Alienator, also known as the Blacktron Strider, by people who drive on the wrong side of the road, is very iconic for the Blacktron line despite its simplicity. In many ways, this Scout class Chicken Walker derived part of its design lineage from its close cousin, the classical Type 6882 walking Astro Grappler. However, given the limitations of that design and also component shortages following the great classic space schism, it was time for the newly declared independent Blacktron frontiersman to create an original design. Unlike the Astro Grappler, the Alienator had a unique stepped-down design with 4 struts but still combined to create 2 legs, making a bipedal design. The Alienator has a lower profile and faster engine, allowing it to not stand tall and get blasted to pieces, but also to not stand around and find out. Being short and quick is actually advantageous in combat, I assure you. However, if you plan to use this in a combat role, Pavel recommends you limit this to a scouting or reconnaissance only. Pretty much anything and everything on the battlefield will kill you, not just anti-armor systems, but also small arms as well. The pilot doesn't have much protection, really. The best application for the Alienator would be deploying it from a larger craft in advance of more dedicated ground vehicles. Because of the versatility of the Alienator, it can be easily modified for uses to support your outposts and colonies. Now, let's get into construction. Coming in at the quaint 86 pieces, most of which happens to be quite common, makes the Alienator one of the easiest sets to scratch build. The hardest piece would be the increasingly rare to find 2466 panel 3x2x6 in transparent yellow. This is because of the popularity with the panel for MOCs, especially classic space A-files. Seriously, LEGO needs to resume production of the piece because it's just awesome and found in all the best sets from the 1980s. LEGO, what are you waiting for? Just do it. Just do it! Duh. Like the rest of the Blacktron line, the first generation and the best generation were all designed to be modular. This interlocking system utilized the 3701 Technic brick 1x4 with 3 pinholes or similar type connecting to a 4730 brick specialty 2x2 wood pin and modified no axle hole. This same connection system is what allows master builders of the Blacktron Space Force to design specialized variants of the Alienator Walker to suit their unique mission sets. We have seen everything from utility vehicles or rocket launchers, and apparently someone decided to use it for galactic honeybee harvesting. You know who you are. But whatever, the Alienator Walker always seemed to fill the task, whatever was required, quite well. The Alienator features one Blacktron minifigure with classic smile face, a modular cockpit that can detach from the main chassis, and a opening cargo compartment with 4735 space robot arm, bar with clip and stud receptacle 1x3 with yellow, and 3959 minifig accessory space tool guns phaser castle torch in yellow as well. As these two pieces are less common than yellow, if you're going to scratch build, this and the aforementioned transparent yellow will be your likely bricklink purchases. The Alienator features 2 side-by-side laser cannons built with 2 4595 brick specialty 1x2 2/3 bricks with studs on sides in black, and 1 each 4740 dish 2x2 round inverted in transparent red. These were very common pieces. Let's talk about mechanics and movable features. So we unironically have a canopy to protect the pilot from the perils of 30 miles per hour travel. It is not wide enough to protect from rain or otherwise weather conditions, but it kinda keeps the sun off you if you're riding with your sleeves up. There is also a pair of locking mechanisms on the side for some reason. Don't know, but it's there. As mentioned before, there is no pilot protection, so don't get shot or eaten by giant spacebugs. The cockpit section attaches so you can interlock with the other Blacktron modules and vehicles. The rear section contains a cargo and engine space. It features a pair of jump jets, implying the alienator can actually jump short distances. This is perhaps what really makes it special to negotiate serious terrain and obstacles. Onto the chassis. Even though this is classified as a walker, it's more of a shuffler. But we forgive this because it was meant to be a small set, and back in the 1980s we were limited with the types of bricks. And like the rest of the Blacktron line from the 1987 and 1988, there were several alternate models, including... Should you decide this is something to add to your collection, expect to pay anywhere from $30 to $50 USD. The better the condition, the more you should expect to pay. Mint in sealed box MISB, which this is definitely not, can run you approximately USD $300. If you want to know what Pavel recommends, find incomplete sets, hop on Bricklink, and complete your alienator at bargain costs. This particular one was once upon a time USD $6.38.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
As I mentioned before, the alienator is ridiculously easy to scratch build. For completionists and collectors, there is steel boxes and instructions out there somewhere in eBay and Amazon. Good luck. However, if you're into army building, none of that really matters and you can go online for the instructions. I will even pin my preferred site for instructions in the comments below. For more LEGO Blacktron content, please like and subscribe to my channel and affiliate channels as well. I am Commander Pavel, thank you for watching, and if you have this in storage somewhere, do yourself a favor and rebuild it for your display.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
There are two types of companies. One that builds a product that breaks right away, so you have to buy the next model and that profits off your insecurities to have the next best thing. Or the other that builds a product that never dies. We are of course talking about the Blacktron Type 6894 Invader, also known in many areas as the Blacktron Cruiser. This jack-of-all-trades modular ship truly is a do-everything ship. The Type 6894 was the mainstay of the Blacktron factions, functioning as sort of a medium-sized FTL-capable armed transport. Capable of both atmospheric flight and interstellar travel, the compact and streamlined package made it surprisingly practical. The Invader could easily function in a reconnaissance role, transport, courier, and even take on combat roles such as a limited fighter bomber. What makes the Invader unique is its modular design that allows it to attach special-purpose, mission-specific modular packages. Okay, now it is time to speed build. late 1987. The Invader is one of the most iconic sets from the introductory line, coming in at 159 pieces, most of which are fairly common to enable scratch building or ease of parting incomplete sets. Its distinctive profile, color scheme, and modularity made it very popular for collectors. The stock Invader consists of 3 modules, featuring the same interlocking system as other Blacktron vehicles of the line, utilizing the 4730 brick specialty 2x2 with pin, modified no axle hole in black, connecting to a 3701 Technic brick 1x4 with 3 pin holes in black. These allow the Invader's modules to connect, so let's go over the modules the 6894 Invader brings to the table. First, we have the command module, which is sort of an extended cab for living space on long voyages, comparatively spacious to other sets. It features extendable wings that would help during atmospheric flight and retract for faster than light jumps. And it also helps with your initial descent into atmosphere and also facilitates storage on flight line or hangar bay. The command module also features the 4598 plate 2x3-2x2 bracket modified space seat in light gray, which functions as sort of an emergency ejection chair. Next, we have the cargo container module that has classic Blacktron logo on each side and uses typical castle turret pieces common for the era. Inside the container are some tools and a unique robot for the vehicle. This handy robot would theoretically help maintain the ship and manage cargo. Finally, we have the engine module, which is very unique and has 4 2419 plate 3x6 without corners. That serves as stabilizers for atmospheric flight, but also cosmic energy collectors in spaceflight. At the back of the Invader is a single 3941 brick specialty 2x2 round in light gray. My only real criticism with the lack of any landing gear or struts, leaving the set to belly land. Can you imagine a commercial flight landing and taking off from its belly? Belly landings tend to get rather explodey beyond the first time. Fun facts according to brickpedia.fandom.com. Part 3004 P03 brick 1x2 with yellow down arrow and black border pattern comes in only 2 sets. This is the only set which is in black. Part 2345P44 panel wall 3x3x6 corner with Blacktron 1 logo pattern is unique to this set. This is the only set in which part 4865 panel 1x2x1 is trans yellow. The iconic 3039P33 slope brick 45 2x2 with 12 buttons, 3 lamps on yellow pattern, red panel comes in only 3 sets. Part 4858P01 wedge 4x4 with Blacktron 1 logo pattern taper comes in only 3 sets. This is one of 3 sets in which part 2419 play 3x6 without corners wedge in transparent red. The 40580 Blacktron Cruiser is a remake of this set released in 2023. I have a comparison video of this. It will be featured immediately after this video. Originally retailing at an amazing price of USD $12.99, the Invader was common for most collectors and thus still reasonably priced even today. Online in places such as Bricklink or eBay, expect to pay around $50 average per price used without box or with and instructions. Maybe. Mint in sealed box, MISB, will run you about $1,000. So, you have to ask yourself what your intention is. For $1,000, you can buy a lot of Invaders for amazing mock display. Mock upgrades. As I mentioned, there's no landing gear on the Invader, so I typically add some wheels for whenever it is landed in a display. It can be surmised that the landing gear is retractable, but it is more impressive to actually build the feature into the set for improved realism or playability. Now for my specialty mock, the Type 6894H Invader Heavy Hauler. This long-range heavy hauler can contain numerous cargo modules and transporting supplies and equipment between Blacktron outposts. This heavy hauler variant can also carry everything necessary to construct a Blacktron outpost or colony, including the components to build a 6987 message intercept or starbase, a 6941 Batterex, and a 6894 Alienator. The number of how many vehicles this can be carried depends on how large the load is configured for. The larger the load, the slower it can accelerate and maneuver. In the event of hostile space police attack, the command module can detach and defend the load section. For optimized transport, more than one 6894 can be attached to move the heavy hauler. This allows for co-piloting on extended voyages, along with some emergency redundancies. Free instructions for this mock are available in the pinned comment. What do you think of this set? Do you own this set? Do you scratch build this or plan to? Let me know in the comments. I will also pin my preferred source of online instructions in the comments below to help you complete your set. As always, I am Commander Pavel. Thank you for watching. If you have not already, please like and subscribe to my channel and affiliate channels and social media as well. This is Chani. She says hello. I'm on camera for the first time. I'm so cute and I just farted.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. At once. At once.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. A unit is under attack. Unit lost. A unit is under attack.
Comrade, affirmative.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. At once. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. At once. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Upgrade complete.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. At once.
Enemy units detected. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Objective complete. Mission accomplished.
Roads. Where we are going, we don't need roads. Not really, because we don't. Roads need taxes, and taxation is theft. So, Blacktron obviously needed something to get around on our new colonies, and thus developed the Type 6941 Batterex all-terrain multi-purpose vehicle, also known as the Blacktron Prowler. Originally designed for survey and reconnaissance, this wide-base buggy could handle many types of terrain with ease. It could easily be transported or even assembled on Blacktron transports and cruisers, and therefore was a practical solution to getting wheels on the ground. The Type 6941 was the ideal vehicular platform for fielding various specialized equipment. Many commanders at the Blacktron Space Force have developed special purpose modules, as was featured in the intro video. No matter if it was exploration, reconnaissance, or some form of ground or air defense support, the Batterex could easily be equipped for the mission at hand. In many respects, the Batterex is the Blacktron equivalent in mission to the current Humvee with numerous special purpose variants. Pros: easy to assemble and maintain. It is fast, very versatile, and the stabilized chassis allows stability over rugged terrain, so not only will you not flip over, but you can enjoy your hot morning beverages without nasty spills. Cons. A little lower to the ground than should be for a multi-purpose vehicle. This can be rectified with a little creativity. However, in a stock configuration, it will hate natural speed bumps. Okay, now it is time to speed belt. See if you can hold your breath while I do this. Ready? Go. The set. Stardate 1987. Coming in at 284 pieces, the Blacktron Batrex was a wide-base buggy considerably larger than most rovers and wheeled vehicles for the time. Like all Blacktron sets from 1987 line, the Batrex also featured the same interlocking system as the other Blacktron vehicles, utilizing the 4730 brick specialty 2x2 with pin, modified a no-axle hole in black, connecting to a 3701 Technic brick 1x4 with 3 pin holes in black. Upon examination, the Batrex has a long cabin that can hold 2 Blacktron astronauts in a tandem arrangement. The driver, being toward the back, is ideal for passengers who like to tell others how to drive. In single driver mode, having a long cabin view makes driving unnecessarily difficult. Seriously, try driving your car from the back seat and let me know how it goes. Remove your driver's seat for added realism. So, let's go over the modules of the 6894 Invader brings to the table. This module also detaches into some sort of hovercraft which doubles as a suicidal death missile in the event of a hazard that you could not properly react to. Like, I would expect this design for like a drag strip racer, not an off-road, but you do you, human death missile. On the side of the chassis are storage containers utilizing the 3853 window 1x4x3 with 3856 window 1x2x3 shutter. These are rare pieces and unique to the Batrex. There's also some tools in each of these storage areas for your Blacktron pilot to effect repairs for the difficulty of driving this thing. The popular 73590C01B hose 8.5L in black and yellow are also features. They connect to the front axle to the back axle for wide turns. In this design, it forms sort of restriction to steep turns and forces the model into some sort of constrained profile. In the back area, we see this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, as these 8 1x1 cylinders seem to represent the engine. It gives the model sort of a roadster vibe. The Special Mission module is iconic for the set. However, its functionality has many wondering what it is supposed to be. It can function sort of a sensor package, but it also has extendable wings, suggesting it can function as a drone. It can also attach to the driver's module, forming some type of a scout, using a very strange propulsion system. The modules of the 6941 are compatible with the other Blacktron models of the line. This allowed the Batrex modules to connect to the modules from the 6894 Invader multi-purpose cruiser, the 6954 Renegade Fighter, and even the 6876 Alienator Scout Walker. The drone sensor module attaches nicely to the Type 6954 Renegade and forms sort of a electronic warfare platform. Fun facts according to brickpedia.fandom.com. Part 3004P05 brick 1x2 with yellow grail pattern grail comes in this set and the 6954 Renegade. This is one of 2 sets which the part 3069BP05 tile 1x2 with black grail pattern grail is yellow. 3069P12 tile 1x2 with arrow long black pattern comes in this set and one other set. Brickpedia accidentally listed this as the 3069BP02. Part 4858P01 wedge 4x4 with Blacktron 1 logo pattern taper comes in this set and the 6984 Invader and the 6954 Renegade. This is the only set in which part 2337 windscreen 4x4x2 canopy extender is transparent yellow. This will be your hardest piece to find if you are scratch building. This set is more challenging to build or part from scratch. However, like all Blacktron models, buying an incomplete set inexpensively and then hunting down the missing pieces is definitely the way to go. Buying one should run you under USD $200 for used complete sets. Mint in sealed box, MISB, however, will range you up to the high 900s, close to USD $1,000. Remember, this set used to retail at $29.99. But this is not a hard to find set and have seen it as low as USD $50 for incomplete, but whose missing parts are quite common. Pavel will be showcasing variants in shorts along with free bricklink instructions at a later date. As featured in the intro of this video, there are numerous options to build just from the parts available in the set. Of course, many Blacktron Space Force master builders have created other specialty modules, but they require parts outside of this set. But it is up to you on what you want to build and what purpose your Batrax is for. What do you think of this set? Do you own this set? Did you scratch build this or plan to? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I am Commander Pavel. Thank you for watching. If you have not already, please like and subscribe to my channel and affiliate channels as well, and my social media. Pavel will be showcasing variants in shorts along with free bricklink instructions at a later date. Did I say insurrections? Yeah. Pavel would never ever encourage insurrection.
Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme. In the shadow of stars where the brave excel, rises a name we all know well. Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme, forging legends that ignite our dream. Raise the signal, let the engines roar. Pavel's craft shakes the cosmic floor. Stand proud, cadets, let the galaxy tell. Honor to the maker, Blacktron Pavel. From the dark of the void where the star winds roar, rose a builder whose hands shaped the Blacktron lore. With a spark in his mind and a fire in his core, he forged a ranger, a legend forevermore. 8 decks tall with a hull of might, a beacon of power in the endless night. Every brick, every beam, every glowing light was a vow that Blacktron will rise and fight. Through trials, storms, and the weight of days, he stood unbroken in the cosmic haze. A captain, a craftsman, a leader ablaze. Pavel the Starforge sets the skies ablaze. Raise the banners high, let the engines thunder. Pavel's name echoes through the cosmic wonder. Ranger stands with a roar like no other, for he is the heart of the Blacktron brotherhood. Stand tall, cadets, let the galaxy hear. The legacy he built will endure every year. Honor the maker, the pilot, the commander. Hail all the Blacktron, our eternal defender. In the shadow of stars where the brave excel, rises a name we all know well. Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme, forging legends that ignite our dream. Raise the signal, let the engines roar. Pavel's craft shakes the cosmic floor. Stand proud, cadets, let the galaxy tell. Honor to the maker, Blacktron Pavel. From the backtracked fields to the Saxit fight, he chronicled battles in the neon night. With a lens, with a brick, with a warrior sight, he turned simple moments into legends of might. He taught us to build, to imagine, to dare, to lift one another when the load is hard to bear. Through laughter, through struggle, through stories we share, he proved that Blacktron is more than a faction, it's care. And when the void grew cold and life pressed in, he still held the line with a quiet grin. For heroes aren't loud, they rise rise from within, and Pavel's strength is where our tales begin. Raise the banners high, let the engines thunder. Pavel's legacy shakes the stars asunder. Ranger stands proud and the cosmos grows fonder, for he is the soul of the Blacktron wonder. Stand tall, cadets, let the galaxy hear. The anthem of Pavel rings crystal and clear. Builder, commander, our guide ever after. Pavel of Blacktron, our pride, our master crafter. In the shadow of stars where the brave excel, rises a name we all know well. Blacktron Pavel, the builder supreme, forging legends that ignite our dream. Raise the signal, let the engines roar. Pavel's craft shakes the cosmic floor. Stand proud, cadets, let the galaxy tell. Honor to the maker, Blacktron Pavel.
Blacktron classic, all together, builders strong, our bond.